Bad news. Breanna Stewart basically confirms they're not getting anything they want in the CBA. The CBA offer is a joke, a slap in the face, a spit in the face, and the players will go on strike. They're going to go on strike, y'all. This is happening. I think this is going to come to a crashing head.
Wait, did Breanna Stewart just declare war on the WNBA owners? Yup. You heard that right. The league's biggest names aren't just playing ball anymore. They're about to play chess with billionaires. And let's just say it's checkmate season. From locker room whispers to full-blown strike talk, the WNBA just flipped the script, and things are about to get wild.
It seems as if this is the week the WNBA players decided, you know what? July 4th week, we are going to start playing out these CBA negotiations in the court of public opinion. We're going to air our grievances. Every time we get in front of a camera, we're going to complain, we're going to whine, and then hopefully enough fans, enough supporters are going to get on our side and start holding up their pitchforks and torches, marching at the door of Kathy Engelbert, screaming at the owners, "We want more money, we want more money, give the players what they want." And hopefully they're expecting that the owners are saying, oh yeah, sure, here, you want my watch too? Here.
The owners thought they could toss a glittery crumb and call it a feast. That shiny new CBA proposal? Basically a participation trophy dressed up as progress. Here, take this half-baked offer and smile for the cameras. Except this time, the players didn't smile. They scoffed, laughed, and then collectively said, absolutely not.
I told you the celebration was over. I am sure the diva of Dump Divas, Kat Engelbert, I'm sure she thought that everyone was going to be thrilled with the expansion of the WNBA. I'm sure she thought the cities of Cleveland, Philadelphia, Detroit would be throwing parades welcoming unknown dump divers to their city. I'm sure she thought WNBA players would be doing something that they have never done before. Not complaining. I'm sure the Dump Diva thought, the players have been demanding more money, so I've got the perfect solution. We'll open 3 new dumps, which will give players the opportunity to play more games.
Breanna Stewart isn't playing the PR game anymore. She's clocked the nonsense. The offer didn't even pretend to fix the real issues. Travel, pay, facilities, respect. It all still reeks of, be grateful you're here. The league tried to spin it like they were doing something revolutionary. Except when you peel back the layers, it's the same old deal with a fresh coat of paint and a scented candle. Charter flights for a few games? A raise that still doesn't cover half a decent apartment in New York?
We got a proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face. And I think we really have to put an emphasis on the players that are in our league right now. But I love to see the league growing. I think, adding these teams in Philly and Detroit, that's how amazing is that the league can grow. But how cool would it also be to have a little bit expansion on the rosters? Let's focus on the teams that have everything set up right now, and maybe focus on the teams also that find excuses continuously to lack investment.
Meanwhile, the owners are sipping vintage wine and pretending that budgeting is just so hard. The players saw right through it, so now it's strike time. Maybe not. Not under discussion. Full on, signs in the air, jerseys off, mics hot. Media tour strike, because how many times can these athletes speak up before realizing they're just talking to a wall made of yacht receipts and courtside ego? Stewart's fed up. The veterans are fed up.
This is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad. And I think I see the viewpoint from Breanna Stewart, but I see the viewpoint from these owners. They haven't made $1 with y'all, and y'all keep asking for more. Let's see what Breanna Stewart had to say about the CBA negotiation. She said, I'm absolutely frustrated. Anytime you go back and forth, you're not expecting to hear that yes on the first proposal, but you're expecting to have a conversation. They just kind of ignored everything we say. My bad. I'm not supposed to laugh. My bad. Hey, these owners getting disrespectful out here. They get disrespectful. They just ignore y'all. Oh, man. Y'all thought Caitlin Clark was going to save this shit. Oh, my God.
And the rookies? They walked in the door and already need therapy. The message from the top has been loud and clear. Sit down, smile, and sell jerseys. But apparently selling out arenas doesn't buy you a seat at the table. And here's where it gets spicy. Because Caitlin Clark is watching this whole mess unfold in real time. And you can almost hear the wheels turning in her head. A strike? In her rookie season? This isn't what she signed up for. She didn't shatter college records, take the world by storm, and revive women's basketball fandom just to walk into a league playing Monopoly with real careers. If there was ever a time to reconsider your long-term loyalty to the WNBA, it's now. Europe is calling, endorsements are booming, and Clark might just pull a reverse Liz Cambage, gone without a glance back. The chaos is peaking and the owners still look baffled. Like, why are they so mad? We gave them matching sweatsuits and added snacks to the plane. The delusion is Olympic level. This isn't about mood lighting on the team bus. This is about players sacrificing their bodies, their time, and their sanity, just to be treated like professionals, not background dancers in someone else's profit machine. Breanna Stewart knows this game too well. She's played for titles, for Team USA, for global leagues that actually pay her like a superstar. And now she's supposed to bow her head and smile while the league tries to bargain down basic dignity?
So as expected, the WNBA owners gave the players a CBA they're not happy with. As expected, because let's be honest, it is straight up, like, the owners are not just going to go and give the players what they want, especially when right now it has been shown that this league, their growth has been exponential due to one player.
Stewart's not built like that. She's got receipts, influence, and zero patience left. She's done being polite. When someone like her starts sounding the alarm, it's because the fire's already halfway down the hallway. And let's not forget, these women aren't asking for gold-plated Bentleys and personal chefs. They're asking for livable wages, reliable travel, and maybe, just maybe, not being crammed into commercial flights like budget tourists who just won a raffle. The fact that this is controversial in 2025 is comedy. Meanwhile, NBA players are flying private, living in mansions, and ordering steak tartare between games. The disparity isn't just obvious, it's insulting. The WNBA is walking into a buzzsaw of its own making. The league keeps promoting empowerment, equality, and growth, yet when the players demand the bare minimum, it's suddenly radio silence. It's all, we hear you, until it's time to write a real check. Then it's, let's table this for later. Later doesn't cut it anymore. The players have receipts, fans, and momentum. And they're not here to play mascot for some billionaire side project. If the owners thought the strike talk was a bluff, they might want to double-check their group chats.
I'm not sure what the players are expecting. I just hope that they understand that they're at a negotiation table across from sharks. Not minnows, not guppies, not goldfish you flush down the toilet when you forget to feed them for a few days. They're across from sharks. They swim in the waters and they smell blood when it comes to the WNBA Players Association, and they smell blood, especially when they see how they've been treating the only player in the league that draws some moolah. They're like, oh no.
This isn't posturing. It's the sound of a league reaching its breaking point. When your top stars are considering walking off the court mid-season, you've lost control of the room. And the wildest part? Some of these owners are treating it like an inconvenience, like the players are being dramatic. No, Karen. Dramatic is selling out arenas and still being asked to fly coach with crying babies and no legroom. This could have been the golden age of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark brought the spotlight, the ratings soared, social media engagement exploded, people care now. But the league had one job, capitalize, and instead, it's fumbling the bag in real time. This was the moment to step up, not scale back. And yet here we are, strike threats, chaos, and the kind of behind-the-scenes dysfunction that makes reality TV look calm. It's not just Stewart speaking up anymore, it's the entire locker room getting louder. The stars, the bench players, even the rookies who haven't even unpacked their suitcases are chiming in. And guess what? They're all saying the same thing. We've had enough. Enough being treated like second-class athletes. Enough being told to wait. enough getting scraps while the owners post empowerment quotes from their Aspen villas.
WNBA negotiations for the new CBA has begun, and according to Satu Sabli, it's not going super well so far. Because she said a lot of information without saying a lot, and it doesn't sound super promising, at least the first offer that the WNBA gave to the Players Association. And so obviously the goal is to continue to work on the
This league is either about to evolve or explode. There's no in between. Either the WNBA steps up and meets the moment, or it loses the very people who built the foundation. Players like Stewart don't throw around strike talk for fun. She's done the math, she's seen the balance sheets, she knows this league can afford better, it just refuses to act like it. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's got a front row seat to the dysfunction, and you can't blame her if she starts mapping exit routes. She's a generational talent trapped in a system still trying to figure out if women's sports are worth real investment. She didn't rise to the top to babysit a league with commitment issues. If the WNBA doesn't wake up fast, they won't just lose a season, they might lose the future. Because make no mistake, this isn't just a CBA dispute, it's a reckoning. It's the culmination of years of being unheard, undervalued, and underestimated. The players are done whispering, they're shouting, and this time they brought the receipts, the fan base, and the willpower to actually walk away. The ball is in the owner's court, if they can even find it under all that denial and designer luggage. As for the circus surrounding the CBA, let's be honest, it's exhausting. It's like watching people argue over who gets the last slice of burnt pizza while the house is literally on fire. Important? Sure. But captivating? Not exactly. The only reason half of America even bothered to turn on a WNBA game this season is because one name flipped the script, Caitlin Clark. And if she so much as whispers that she's considering playing in Europe, well, someone better start drafting the league's obituary.
Being absolutely exponential due to one player and one player only, and that's Caitlin Clark, with league-wide viewership down 55%, which is not great. Which is not great at all, if we're being honest. League-wide viewership being down 50%, 55% with Caitlin Clark gone, is not good in any way. So clearly, the players don't have the leverage that they want. Like the players, there's one player that's not in those CBA negotiations. The one player that actually could get some change. And by the way, I don't think the Indiana Fever are going to do anything to help the rest of the league. I think the Indiana Fever, no.
Because let's be real, without Caitlin, the WNBA loses its spark, its buzz, its heartbeat, and probably a good chunk of its fan base too. She is the needle, the thread, and the whole damn fabric of attention right now. You think fans came here for labor negotiations and tense boardroom meetings? No, they came for logo threes, buzzer beaters, and a walking headline machine in high ponytail form. If she bounces, so does the spotlight. And suddenly we're back to empty arenas, half-sold merch, and broadcasters squinting at ratings charts like it's a cursed treasure map. This is precisely the kind of chaos Caitlin Clark doesn't need and frankly shouldn't be tolerating. She didn't revolutionize college basketball, shatter every record in sight, and break viewership numbers just to be dragged into an identity crisis with a league that can't get its act together. She's been here for a hot second, and already she's been elbowed, criticized, politicized, and now tossed into the middle of a league-wide mutiny. Europe probably looks like a first-class vacation at this point, fully chartered, well-paid, and absolutely no passive-aggressive CBA emails at midnight.
WNBA facing backlash on Thursday amid CBA negotiations. 2 days after Phoenix Mercury forward Satu Sabali called the WNBA's opening offer in collective bargaining talks a slap in the face, New York Liberty star Breanna Stewart gave another update that was not any better. On Thursday, three-time WNBA champion Stewart was quoted as saying she was absolutely frustrated with the league's negotiating tactics. They kind of just ignored everything we said Stewart, a vice president and member of the WNBA Players Association Executive Committee. In response, the league and WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert in particular faced heavy criticism on social media from fans worried about the looming possibility of a lockout when the current collective bargaining agreement ends after the 2025 season.
Imagine the headline, Caitlin Clark considering EuroLeague. Boom. Instant meltdown. ESPN goes into cardiac arrest. Sports Twitter combusts. The WNBA offices start smelling like panic and printer toner. Because when your biggest star is publicly weighing her options before she's even finished unpacking her rookie season duffel bag, it's more than a red flag. It's a whole circus tent in flames. The reality is, Clark doesn't owe the WNBA her loyalty, not when the league can't even guarantee a stable, functioning environment. She's got options, lucrative ones. European leagues with higher salaries, better travel conditions, and far less chaos per square foot. If she dips, it won't be for the drama. It'll be for peace, respect, and a paycheck that actually makes sense. And who could blame her? The WNBA, for all its hashtag empowerment campaigns and glossy social media moments, is still playing catch-up with a world that's already moved on. Fans have been trained to expect professionalism, polish, and consistency. Instead, they're getting PR statements, owner silence, and players threatening walkouts. Clark entered the league at a time when the hype was at an all-time high, and somehow they managed to turn it into a cautionary tale. That takes talent.
The owners are not just going to go and give the players what they want, especially when right now it has been shown that this league, their growth has been exponential due to one player. Straight up, it has been absolutely exponential due to one player and one player only, and that's Caitlin Clark, with league-wide viewership down 55%, which is not great.
If there were ever a moment for her to pull the emergency parachute, it's now. And the fallout would be seismic. Sponsors would start second-guessing those million-dollar deals. Broadcasters would start whispering about pulling back coverage. And fans? They'd leave faster than Angel Reese from a press conference after a loss. Caitlin is the main event, the box office draw, the reason for the spike in jersey sales and sold-out arena. Without her, this house of cards wobbles hard. And let's not forget, she hasn't even peaked yet. This is still rookie Clark. She hasn't dominated the league, collected MVPs, or carried a team to the finals. But the potential is so blindingly obvious, even the league's most stubborn critics had to pay attention. And now, just months into this magic carpet ride, the carpet's being yanked out from under her, with CBA tension, internal division, and a league so distracted it forgot who's keeping the lights on. Europe isn't just a possibility, it's a strategy. It's the quiet alternative. It's the reminder that while the WNBA argues with itself in the mirror, other leagues are rolling out red carpets. Over there, she wouldn't have to prove her worth every 5 minutes to hostile vets or fend off the same tired controversies. She could simply ball at a high level in front of adoring fans for real money. And let's be clear, that threat alone should have the WNBA scrambling to course correct.
I think it's going to happen. A WNBA lockout is on the horizon. A WNBA lockout's on the horizon. I just think it is what it is. Like, these players, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's kind of crazy. Y'all got to get y'all game together. I'm going to say that first, bro. We watching all these games. I get it. Y'all want more money. Y'all want more of this, more of that. But, bro, can y'all start by making layups? Like, we watch. Some of these games are hard to watch, bro. I just got to be honest. It's a million missed layups. The score in some of these games be like 28-31 at halftime. Like, bro, y'all are professionals.
But are they? Or are they too busy pretending like everything's fine? The energy coming out of the front office could best be described as confused intern trying to fix a cracked dam with chewing gum. Meanwhile, Clark is catching elbows, side eyes, and every bit of league dysfunction like it's part of the rookie hazing package. At this rate, they'll be lucky if she doesn't start practicing French and packing her passport. There's something truly absurd about how casually the WNBA is risking its future. They finally get their generational star, a once-in-a-lifetime magnet for fans, media, and money, and instead of rolling out the gold-plated welcome mat, they're throwing her into a reality show called Survive This Mess. And she's been surviving all right, but for how long? She's been diplomatic, patient, and professional. She said all the right things, posed for all the right photos, smiled through all the chaos. But under that calm demeanor is someone who knows her value. She's not here for babysitting egos and balancing broken promises. She's here to play ball. And if that becomes impossible in this league, she's absolutely got options. The WNBA had one job: don't blow it. And here we are. CBA turmoil, player revolts, ownership disconnect, and Clark at the center of a whirlwind she didn't create. If she leaves, The story won't be about one player ditching the league. It'll be about the league ditching itself.
A has been telling you for a while that they're big and they're good and they're strong and they're worth money. And I've been telling you for a while that looking at their TV rights and using that as the sole example of the health of the WNBA is completely wrong. The players are doing in the WNBA is they are foreshadowing a major collective bargaining fight. As a matter of fact, the WNBA All-Star Game is less than a month away. We're almost there. And what the league players are doing in conjunction and in cooperation with their own union, they've started to make statements that are very meaningful.
It'll be the cautionary tale told at every sports business conference for the next decade. Remember when the WNBA fumbled Caitlin Clark? Yeah, that's why we don't do that anymore. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about being honest. The league has been given every opportunity to turn a corner, and it's currently moonwalking in the wrong direction. If the players go on strike, and if Clark decides that enough is enough, the exodus might not stop with her. Other players will follow. Fans will tune out, momentum will stall, and the WNBA will have no one to blame but itself. Caitlin Clark didn't come here to rescue the WNBA. That was never her responsibility. But she did bring light, energy, and unprecedented attention. If the league squanders that gift, she has every right to take her talents where they are appreciated. And when she does, no one should act surprised, just embarrassed they didn't see it coming.